welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I'm very happy to have you. Welcome to our little community. Well, I have the most special treat for you all in this video. I am going to review Christian Louboutin's latest Loubiworld Intense 3 fragrances. Christian Louboutin released 3 new fragrances that are Eau de Parfum Intense, the intense concentration, to add to the existing Christian Louboutin Loubiworld collection 7 Eau de Parfum fragrances. By the way, the original 7 fragrances of the Loubiworld collection, the review is coming up next, so stay tuned for that. Today I'm going to review the latest 3 Eau de Parfum Intense fragrances for you. So let's just dive right into these beauties. So you guys, before we jump into this amazing odyssey, please take a second to subscribe to my channel, that red button right there if you haven't subscribed yet, and ring that notification bell. And when you ring the notification bell, make sure to ring it for all notifications. Otherwise, you will miss some of my videos. YouTube doesn't send notifications to those who don't ring the bell. Those are the new rules. Okay, you guys, and also don't forget to follow me on Instagram because I post some amazing stuff over there. You know I'm crazy about the Loubiworld collection. So crazy that I bought all 7 of the original Loubiworld collection fragrances. I will be bringing the full review of all 7 fragrances, the original 7, after this video coming up next, so stay tuned for that. But I wanted to get the review of the latest 3 out for you guys first. So I heard the news of these latest 3 getting released a while back, you guys. I mean, this was before anyone knew about it, and it wasn't even really confirmed, so I didn't want to mention anything. And of course, I patiently waited. I couldn't wait for them to add them. In my review of the original 7 Christian Louboutin Loubiworld collection fragrances, I will talk to you guys more in depth about what inspired Christian Louboutin to create the Loubiworld collection, but I will kind of touch on that here as well. Apparently, these fragrances were inspired by Christian Louboutin's fantasies or dreams that he's had since he was a child. I think is super fascinating that he is going from fantasies to fragrances. So when he created these new 3 Intense fragrances, he said the journey continues, because he's journeying through his fantasies and dreams from the time he was a child, and it's a journey creating these fragrances for him. I think he's a fascinating individual. So as you guys know, Christian Louboutin is a French designer. He designs the iconic, Christian Louboutin Red Sole heels. Apparently he dreamt that he was the son of the Egyptian pharaoh, I think Ramses, or just Egyptian pharaoh, I cannot remember, but apparently it was a recurring dream all his life. And to his surprise, he recently discovered that he was a product of a secret love affair, and in fact, his biological father is Egyptian. Isn't that fascinating, you guys? I mean, just talk about mystical things, I think that's fascinating. Apparently, he added these 3 new additions to the Christian Louboutin Loubiworld collection as an ode to his Egyptian heritage. So all 3 of them are inspired by Egyptian culture, heritage, so something to do with Egypt. So I think that is super, super fabulous, super fascinating, and I am very, very fascinated by Egypt myself. As you guys know, my channel is named after Cleopatra. It's Salon Cleo. That means Cleopatra from Ceylon, as you all know, and I certainly want to travel to Egypt at some point in my life with my family. So you guys, I bought all these 3 fragrances with my own money, my own coin, because that's what I do, you guys. I buy these type of fragrances so that you don't have to, and I review them for you. Yes, I get sent a fragrance here and there now and then, But you know what? For the most part, you guys, I buy my own fragrances. I have a massive collection, most of which, a lot of which, are my own money, hard-earned money. So you guys, each of these 3 new Intense fragrances is $335. Ouch. I know. It's very expensive. Trust me, I know, because I have all 3 of them and I bought all 7 of the original ones, which weren't cheap either. The original 7, each of them was, I think, $255, and these are $335. Yeah, so they're more expensive than the original 7 even, and the original 7 weren't cheap either at $255. They're not cheap, but the quality is there, you guys. So the new 3 Christian Louboutin Loubiworld Collection Intense fragrances come in the same stunning, luxurious red lacquer box like this. The only difference is the name Christian Louboutin is printed in a intense dark gold, almost orange gold, as opposed to the original boxes, which looked like this. So same box, but the original had silver lettering, as you can see. So here is what the fragrance looks like inside. This one is Lumi Prince. It's the first out of the 3 that I want to show you guys. I forgot to mention the travel cap. Just as the originals, you get a travel cap inside the box as well, right here. If you want to travel with it but you don't want to damage the ornate cap, then you can put that travel cap on and travel with it. But I tend to decant, you know, my fragrances when I travel, you guys. I wouldn't probably use that. The bottles are darker red. It's more of a oxblood maroon kind of red, and then the caps are in this intense orange gold as opposed to the silver caps the original 7 had, and same with the lettering, same color. Now let me show you the original, one of the original. I have here Luby Funk with me. So yeah, as you can see the clear difference. The original bottles were opaque, glass but opaque, not really see-through, whereas the new bottles, you can kind of see through them. And the lettering is, of course, in that same intense orange gold, whereas the original was like a lighter red, like a true red with silver ornate caps. Same hefty, very substantial, gorgeous, luxurious caps. So yeah, this is what the new Intense fragrance bottles look like, and this is Lumi Prince. So let's dive into Lumi Prince. So you guys know I'm crazy about the Loubiworld collection fragrances. I really love all 7 of them. I absolutely adore them. I collect them. So I knew I was going to buy every single one of the Loubiworld collection fragrances. And if Christian Louboutin released new ones, I was going to buy those, which I did. And if he releases any more Loubiworld collection fragrances, I'm collecting them. I've become a collector of the Loubiworld collection. So before we dive into the fragrance, I want to talk more about the bottle. So as you guys see, this is like a symbolic cap. You know, there's symbolism in the cap. There's a mysterious snake enveloping a, you know, kind of a pyramid, but it's kind of shaped to look like the iconic Christian Louboutin stiletto. So yeah, I thought that was fascinating. Let me spray her right on my skin. By the way, I don't need to spray. I can smell right over here. I can smell this stunning fragrance. Spoiler alert. Let me spray this. Whew, you guys. Oh, this fragrance is simply intoxicating. It's intoxicating. It is so very stunning, so very stunning. As you all know, Christian Louboutin only releases 3 of the notes in each of the Loubiworld collection fragrances. It was like that for the original 7, same with the new Intense 3 fragrances as well. So we only get 3 notes, but I can tell you more notes that are in here that I can smell. So this has labdanum, which comes from this plant called Cistus ladanifer, I think. It's like a some kind of shrubbery, you know, floral shrubbery. Labdanum smells very similar to leather, so I love that. I mean, don't get me wrong, this doesn't have that true like leather suede kind of vibes, but this has the labdanum, which slightly smells like leather. I love that because it's such a amazing note to have, especially in the opening. Really, really beautiful because it adds that sort of expensive, luxurious sort of touch. Labdanum smells really nice. So I love that. And it also has the creamy, sensual sandalwood note in here, and there is tonka bean, adding that sort of deep vanilla-esque, you know, fragrance to the perfume. So beautiful, guys. So those are the only 3 notes revealed, but I can tell you that this has amber. Amber, I can smell amber, definitely. And there are some soft and warm spices I can smell slightly. It could be spices like cinnamon, you know, those type of spices. And yeah, this is just a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. You know what this reminds me slightly of? I mean, don't go there because they don't smell exactly the same or that much similar. But if you want like a frame of reference, this smells kind of similar to Fèves Délicieuses by Christian Dior. That's the kind of vibe it's giving me. But this one is more interesting, even to me, like even more interesting. And it has very much of an oriental vibe because it's amber oriental fragrance. It's even more interesting than Fèves Délicieuses. Fèves Délicieuses doesn't have that oriental vibe. Yeah, this smells very ambery, vanilla-y, and woody to me. You know, that's like what I smell. It's got that very deep vanilla scent from the tonka bean, because tonka bean smells like a very much of a deeper vanilla, you know. And there might be vanilla in here as well with the tonka bean that they have not revealed, but I'm definitely getting that beautiful tonka bean for sure. You can smell the tonka bean for sure. And sandalwood, you can smell the sandalwood too, that very sensual dry down, you know, on the dry down especially. It's actually probably in the middle, but I can smell the sandalwood all the way to the dry down. On the dry down, you smell that beautiful kind of deep vanilla from the tonka bean. And it also smells very balsamic, so I'm wondering if it has balsam resin notes in there that they have not revealed. Yeah, there's something balsamic in here for sure. It's very aromatic. I love it. It's got a bit of a sweetness, and it's got this sort of little bit of muskiness going on too. So there's like a sexiness about this fragrance as well. So I will tell you, in addition to the 3 notes revealed, which the notes we know, labdanum, sandalwood, and tonka bean, there's definitely some amber in here for sure. And I know there's musk in here. And then there are some warm and soft spices in here that I can definitely smell. And there's definitely something balsamic in here as well. So it's not hard to figure out, like just from the scent, you guys. Yeah, in addition to the 3 notes that Christian Louboutin has revealed, I would guess that those other fragrance notes are in here as well. So the nose behind this fragrance is Fanny Bell. Different from the other 2. Don't be fooled by the name Loubi Prince. It's a unisex fragrance, yes, but I will tell you it smells divine on me, smells divine on, I would say, any woman. It's definitely a unisex fragrance to my nose that's leaning a little bit more feminine than masculine. I wore this all day, you know, all 3 of them to test. Lasting power is very good, especially in this one. On my skin, I get about 6 to 8 hours, which is really, really good. On clothes, lasts a lot longer. It's got great projection. Like, I wouldn't say like beast mode, but it's got very good projection and a very nice scent trail, a good sillage as well. Loubi Prince. So next I have one that everybody is wondering about because of the beautiful ornate cap, very intriguing cap, I'm sure. This one is Lumi Charm. Look at that cap. Look at that bottle. How stunning. And this right here, this cap, I don't know if you guys know or can tell, it's actually a beetle. So it's a beetle right there. And here's the back side of it. Yeah, it's a beetle. And I don't know if you can tell, these right here, these are actually Christian Louboutin heels. You know, this red sole. The heels, these are Christian Louboutin heels with the red soles that make up the beetle's arms there. So this one is Lumi Charm. I will spray this one on this arm right here. This one right off the bat, you can tell it's a rose fragrance because you can smell the rose right away. It's like the top accord, you can smell rose at first spray. Very much a rose, beautiful, beautiful, very kind of oriental rose fragrance. So this is actually a cheaper fragrance, you guys. Yeah, this one is a cheaper fragrance that has a massive dominant rose accord in here. I can tell this one also has a lot of amber. It's got a little bit of a smokiness going on. Very beautiful and oriental because of that smokiness mixed with that amber and the rose. This is also very balsamic and aromatic, just like Loubi Prince. Very much balsamic, so I'm guessing there are some balsamic notes in here. This one has patchouli, some, you know, fresh and warm spices. There are some woody notes for sure. This one is definitely a very kind of very opulent, very aromatic oriental sheep fur. So this actually, you guys, has 4 notes revealed, which they sometimes do, but mostly, for the most part, we only know 3. So this one has incense right at the top. That smokiness that I was describing comes from that beautiful oriental incense right in the top. And this has geranium and rose oxide, which basically rose and geranium are 2 floral notes that really go well together. And then it has patchouli. So those are the notes that they have revealed, but I can tell you there are more notes than that. So we know there is rose, we know there is geranium, there's patchouli, there's incense, but I can tell you there's amber in here too. Definitely a big dose of amber. And I get a little bit of a vanilla-like sweetness, so I'm gonna guess that there is either vanilla or benzoin or both in here. With the amber, I can smell for sure, because I can smell sweetness. And this definitely has some balsamic notes, some balsam resin notes, some kind of balsam note for sure, because it's very balsamic as well. So the nose behind Lumi Charm is Christophe Renaud. So I think he's the nose behind the next fragrance as well. So that's the perfumer who created this fragrance. So yeah, 2 of them by one perfumer, 1 of them by the other. So there's symbolism behind this beetle cap. Apparently Christian Louboutin is fascinated by beetles. They're considered like a lucky charm, something that brings luck. So in Egyptian culture, and so yeah, beetles supposed to be something that brings you luck. This one has similar lasting power and performance as the first one, Loubi Prince. This one lasts on my skin nearing 8 hours, and on my clothes a lot longer. Decent projection, nice sillage. Definitely that intense, you know, quality is coming through. These, I would say, last a little longer than some of the Loubiworld collection original 7 fragrances. There are about 4 out of the original 7 amazing performance, but there are about 3 of them that are kind of okay. So these are definitely much better performance than some of the Loubiworld original 7 fragrances. So this fragrance, if you want like sort of a frame of reference, or if you want, they're not really dupes, but if you want something that remotely smells similar to this, I can tell you KLA Elixir 11 or Nina Ricci La Stas Rose Absolute. This one smells different to Oud Satin Mood, but in that same sort of category, if you will, with the rose, and there's obviously vanilla in here, there's amber. You get the idea. It smells more similar to, I would say, KLA Elixir 11 and Nina Ricci La Stas Rose Absolute, but this one is a lot more than those two, you guys. They're not dupes, by the way, at all. I'm just trying to give you a frame of reference so you can sort of put this in a category so you can get an idea of what it might smell like without getting your nose on it. This one smells a lot more sophisticated, more deep than those other two that I mentioned. This definitely has more interesting, you know, fragrance notes. I think in here I can smell some spices too. There are some amazing warm spices in here as well. Like I said, there are only 4 fragrance notes revealed in here. There's incense, rose, and then there's geranium and patchouli, but this definitely has a big dose of amber. I can smell it. Definitely has vanilla because I can smell the vanilla, whether it's vanilla and benzoin or just vanilla. There's definitely vanilla in here, and it has definitely some beautiful warm spices in here that I can smell, and there's something balsamic in here as well, and there are some beautiful woody notes I can tell in the base as well. So they have not been revealed, but it's not that hard to figure out, you guys. Yeah, this one is a gorgeous one. I love rose fragrances, as you guys know, so I'm really very happy to add this stunning, you know, very sophisticated, opulent, sort of oriental rose fragrance with this dark depth to it. It's kind of sweet. Just really love it. This one is Lumi Charm. Last but not least, I have right here Lumi Luna, the 3rd fragrance in the Christian Louboutin Loubiworld Intense collection. So there it is right there. Isn't that stunning? I mean, look at that cap. This cap is an Egyptian symbol from the ancient Egypt, from the hieroglyphics. Look at that. Can you guys see the red detail? And here's the back of it. You see the red detail on the back. It's actually a Christian Louboutin soul on the back, as you guys can see. And then like the moon, the inside of the moon is also red. I'm wearing long sleeves today, so I'm gonna have to roll my sleeve up for this one. So I'm going to spray this one on my, over here on this part of my arm, because I sprayed the other one over here. This one, you guys, this one is very unique and different. This one is definitely a fig fragrance. I can smell the fig right off the bat. I can smell the fig. There's something very green about this fragrance too, with that fig. You can smell the fig very much. You can smell something very green in here, very green. And this is very much a woody fragrance as well. So you guys, yeah, before I even look at the notes, I can tell you this has fig, this has green notes, and this has woody notes for sure. You know, I'm right. There's fig in this fragrance. So the 3 fragrance notes that are revealed are fig, cedar, and papyrus. So the greenness, I think, come from papyrus. I don't know. So yeah, there's definitely fig, woody notes, and green notes in this fragrance, as I could smell very much so. And I can tell you there are more notes in here. I smell a hint of cardamom. I smell a hint. Yep, there's cardamom. There's cardamom in here, but not very strongly, very subtly. There's definitely cardamom. So there are some warm, spicy notes in here, including cardamom. There might be cinnamon as well. Yeah, definitely smell a little hint of cardamom, although it's not a revealed note. It doesn't take much, you guys. You can smell and pick up the notes, really. I am smelling more woody notes other than cedar. I am smelling cardamom and maybe another warm spice for sure. And this one is quite sweet. There's a sweetness about this. So I'm guessing there's, maybe vanilla or benzoin or both. This one doesn't seem to have amber. Actually, I thought all three of them had amber, but like only two have amber, I think. This one, no, this is not giving me the amber vibe. It's giving me more of like the, the woody, fig, green, fresh sort of vibes. I don't know, there's something else in here. It's not balsamic. Yeah, so this is definitely woody, fruity, fresh spice, warm spice, a little bit sweet, that sort of maybe a little leathery. I don't know, that's the direction that this one's leaning on. So this one is definitely like a woody oriental fragrance. And the nose behind this fragrance is also Christophe Renaud. This one and Lumi Charm. And then the first one, Lumi Prince by Fanny Bell. So yeah, this one has that beautiful fig milk, cedar, and papyrus with the little green touch. Fig milk is what this has actually, not fig milk. It's a very interesting fragrance. Like I said, I guessed more notes than the three they have revealed. It's kind of easy, fairly easy to guess. This one I would say is the least mass appealing one out of the three, because I know there are some people who don't care for fig. So if you're someone who does not like fig, the note of fig, don't buy this one because you can smell the fig right away. Yeah, if you're someone who doesn't care for fig, don't go for this fragrance. But if you are a lover of fig fragrances, you're gonna love this one. This one performs fairly similar. I would say this one, is maybe slightly less than the other two. The other two are very balsamic, so they tend to kind of stick on your skin longer, in my opinion. This one has more of those like lighter green notes, with the fruity notes, last about 7 hours on my skin, much longer on my clothes. Nice, good projection. It's not crazy beast mode or anything, but it's got nice projection. So by the way, eau de parfum intense means usually it's between 18% and 25% oil concentration, if I'm not mistaken. Usually it's pushing 25% oil concentration usually when you say eau de parfum intense. I believe for extrait de parfum it goes above 25%, so it's like usually 20 to 30% for extrait de parfum. Intense, eau de parfum intense and extrait kind of can overlap a little bit. So yeah, that's what eau de parfum intense means. This is also beautiful, and I gotta tell you, I don't think I have any fig dominant fragrances in my collection. So I really like this one for that reason, because I don't have any fig fragrances in my collection. If I have fig, it would just be like one of the more minor notes in one of my fragrances, but I definitely don't have a fig dominant fragrance, so I appreciate that one for that reason. So you guys, that's it. Those are the beautiful new 3 Christian Louboutin Loubiworld collection eau de parfum intense fragrances that Christian Louboutin just added to the Loubiworld collection. I could not wait to get my hands on these 3, you guys. You know I adore the Loubiworld collection. I own all 7 of the original fragrances and now have these 3, which makes it 10 Christian Louboutin Loubiworld collection fragrances in my collection, and I paid out of my own pocket for all 10 of them. And I did this review for you guys so that you can make an informed decision before you decide to buy one or more of the eau de parfum intense ones from the Loubiworld collection or the original 7 Loubiworld collection, which that review is coming up next. Stay tuned for that. So I hope you enjoyed this review, you guys. If you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel right there, the red button. If you haven't subscribed yet, click that button because that really helps me grow my channel, which in turn helps me bring you bigger and better contents, you guys. Because if I don't grow my channel, I can't really keep doing better and better videos, because that's just not how it works. So support my channel by subscribing, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. And when I say ring that notification bell, please make sure that you actually click the bell for all notifications so that you don't miss any of my videos. And you guys, it doesn't hurt to check your bell notification status. Sometimes, you know, there can be issues. You can actually Google it, you know, how to check your notifications, you know, making sure that you're getting them from your favorite YouTubers. So take some time doing that. And by the way, you guys, like I said, I bought all these 10 fragrances. They're very expensive, as I told you, very, very expensive fragrances. I bought all 10 of them with my own money, and I do that a lot, all the time. If I have a fragrance sent to me, that's very, you know, few and far between. And even when I do get a fragrance sent, it's always 100% my own opinion. I am in no way obligated to give a fragrance a glowing review for any reason at all, just because a fragrance house sent it to me. They sent them to me for testing and review for my absolute honest opinion, and that's what you guys always get. And if I have an affiliate link for any of those fragrances, those affiliate links earn like a very tiny, minute amount of something that I can't even call commission. It's so small that it's pocket change, really. Any money that come from those affiliate links go right back into the channel for me to buy more fragrance, for me to review for you guys, and buying new film equipment, that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's not like this channel is providing me a way of living. No, this is really a labor of love, and I would really appreciate you guys if you would support me by subscribing to my channel, ringing that notification bell, and also using my affiliate links, which helps me kind of do more for you guys, do more videos, buy more fragrances, and then review them for you guys. So I really appreciate your continued support and you watching my videos. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, you guys. I will see you guys in my next video.